Sir Francis Drake was an outstanding English sailor, captain, privateer, and politician of the Elizabethan era. Born in Tavistock, Devon, he began his maritime career at an early age, participating in voyages to the coasts of France and Africa. Drake became famous for his daring raids on Spanish ships and colonies, which brought him both fame and fortune. His most famous achievement was his circumnavigation of the globe 1577 to 1580, making him the first captain to complete this journey on a single ship, the Golden Hind. For this feat, Queen Elizabeth knighted him in 1581. Louise Augusta Wilhelmina Amalia of Mecklenburg was the Queen of Prussia, renowned for her beauty, kindness, and popularity among the people. She was born into the family of Duke Charles of Mecklenburg-Strelitz and Princess Frederica Caroline. In 1793, she married King Frederick William III of Prussia. Their marriage was a happy union that produced 10 children, including the future King of Prussia, Wilhelm I. Louise actively supported her husband in governing the state, especially during the Napoleonic Wars. She worked to uplift the spirit of the nation and became a symbol of resistance to France. Claude Nicolas Ledoux, March 21, 1736, Dormans-sur-Marne, November 19, 1806. Paris was an outstanding French architect of the Enlightenment era and one of the founders of neoclassicism. He was educated at the Royal Academy of Architecture and became renowned for his bold and innovative projects. Louise Reine-Édouard Royale was a French courtier and the mistress of King Charles II of England. Born into an aristocratic family, she caught the attention of the court of Louis XIV with her beauty and grace. In the year 1670, she was sent to England as part of a diplomatic mission to strengthen ties between France and England. Louise quickly became the official mistress of Charles II and was granted the title of Duchess of Portsmouth. Her influence on the king, often favoring French interests, drew both envy and criticism from English politicians and society. Robert Devereux was an English statesman, military leader, and a favorite of Queen Elizabeth I. Born into a noble family, he was the son of Walter Devereux, the first Earl of Essex, and Lettice Knollys. After inheriting the title of the second Earl of Essex, he became one of the most influential courtiers of his time. Devereux took part in military campaigns against Spain and Ireland, but his career was marked by failures. After unauthorized negotiations with enemies, his relationship with the Queen soured. In 1601, he led a failed rebellion against Elizabeth I, leading to his arrest and execution for treason. Victoria of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld was a German princess and the mother of Queen Victoria of the United Kingdom. She was born into the family of Duke Franz of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld and Augusta Roos of Ebersdorf. After her first marriage to the Prince of Leiningen, Victoria married Edward, Duke of Kent, the fourth son of King George III. In this marriage, they had one daughter, the future Queen Victoria. After her husband's death, Victoria dedicated her life to raising her daughter and had a significant influence on her. Her support played an important role in shaping Queen Victoria's personality and her views on monarchy. Christopher Columbus was an Italian navigator whose voyages in the 15th century paved the way for European colonization of the Americas. He was born in Genoa in 1451 and studied navigation and cartography. Under the patronage of the Spanish monarchs, Columbus set out to find a western route to India. Instead, he discovered the islands of the Caribbean, mistaking them for part of Asia. During his lifetime, he undertook 4 expeditions, exploring the Bahamas, Cuba, Hispaniola, as well as the coasts of Central and South America. Eleanor of Aquitaine was one of the most influential women of the Middle Ages. In 1137, she inherited the vast Duchy of Aquitaine. As Queen of France, she joined the Second Crusade, but divorced Louis VII in 1152. She then married Henry Plantagenet, the future King of England, becoming the mother of 8 children, including Richard the Lionheart. Eleanor spent 15 years in captivity after supporting a rebellion against Henry II. Freed after his death, she helped Richard rule. Eleanor died in 1204, leaving a legacy of strength and independence. Charles III was the Duke of Lorraine from 1545. He ascended to the throne at the age of 2, following the death of his father, Francis I. During his reign, Lorraine experienced a period of significant reforms. Charles strengthened state institutions, developed the economy, and supported education. He was a patron of the arts and helped stabilize the region, laying the foundation for its prosperity. Catherine of Braganza was a Portuguese princess and Queen of England, Scotland, and Ireland, as the wife of King Charles II Stuart. She was born in Lisbon to King Hugh IV and Queen Louisa de Guzman N. Catherine contributed to British culture by popularizing tea as a beverage, which became an important part of English traditions. After Charles II's death in 1685, she returned to Portugal, where she lived for the rest of her life. Catherine is remembered as a strong and noble figure who managed to maintain her dignity in challenging circumstances. Sofonisba Anguissola was an Italian Renaissance painter. She was born in Cremona into a noble but impoverished family. Her father encouraged his daughter's education, and Sofonisba showed a talent for painting from an early age. She studied under renowned masters and soon became one of the first female painters of the Renaissance. Her art caught the attention of the Spanish royal court, where she became the court painter of Philip II. Sofonisba even taught the queen to draw. Later, she returned to Italy, continuing to create and inspire young artists, paving the way for women in art. Her works were distinguished by elegance and deep attention to detail, especially in portraits. At more than 90 years old, she was still giving advice to young painters, acknowledging that her vision had weakened, but her love for art remained unchanged.